Hello and welcome back to In the Kitchen with Pen. And today, well, it's cold, it's wintry, and what's better than a stew? So today we're going to be making a beef stew with dumplings in our 15-in-1 on pressure cook for the stew. I will air fry the dumplings, but you'll see those a bit later. But the stew, we're going to pressure cook. So come on down and have a look at the ingredients. Well, we are making a beef stew. So here I have some chunks, because I like them big. I don't like them too small. I want to know what I'm eating, of braising beef that I have just tossed in seasoned flour. In my 15-in-1, you can see just there. Let's move it so you can see what it's on. Just there. And I've got it on sear saute number 3. I have some oil that I've been heating. So I'm just going to pop the beef into there and seal it on all sides. Because this does two things. It helps make a mess of your pressure cooker. It helps to brown the stew, thicken the stew, and it will seal the meat so that it's not going to be watery. It's going to take on all those flavours, but a little bit of a crust on it. So, right, let me just show you. Okay, so we've into the seasoned flour, and then if you just go like that, then the flour sticks. So just give it a little squeeze, and in we go. Right, the other ingredients that we have are, excuse me, let's just wipe this off. We have some onion. I have 2 small onions that I have just sliced. I have 3 carrots that I've chopped. I have half a swede. I have a few mushrooms that I've chopped in half. I have some thyme, some rosemary and some parsley, and that will be going in. We have obviously salt and pepper. We have beef stock, and I've got here just over 200ml of beef stock, but I've also got some ale. I've got some Spitfire ale, some British ale to go in as well. So there's our ingredients. Our beef is in there sealing. I'll bring you across and show you what we do. Once our meat is sealed, we're going to remove it to a plate. And any juices will just come out onto the plate and can be put back into the casserole in a little while. And we also want to get some colour on our vegetables. We don't have to flour them, but we want some colour. So we're going to go in with our swede and our carrots. And we should just keep those moving too. And hopefully we'll get a little bit of colour on those. As I've said to you before, these bits on the bottom, well, that's all flavour, so don't worry about those. So we're going to let those saute for a few minutes as well. If you need to, then add just a touch more oil. Now I'm going to take the carrots and the swede out, and they can go on the same plate as the beef. It's not an issue because it's all going in together. Oops, Rosie's throwing it on the floor. She's perhaps got a bit of plate, Penny. Right, and as you can see, there's a bit of stickage on the bottom. So I'm just going to get a little hot water from the kettle and just to deglaze the pan. Just use your spoon to help it all come off the bottom. Right, and what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to take it out now and I'm just going to put it in with our stock. Right, there we go, that's gone in with our stock. Now I do need to add just a touch more oil because we're going in with our onions. And again, we're just going to move them around, keep them moving so that they don't catch. And lastly, in with our mushrooms. Just give those a quick turn in with the onions. And then everything is going back into the pot. That's our beef, our carrots, our swede, any juices that you can see there from the resting beef. We'll go in with some of our beer. Well, I got in with just a tiny amount really. About half this bottle. And then in with our stock. Going to switch it off of Sautéing now. I have to say that smells good already. You can smell the vegetables, the beef, the beer. Right, so now we need to add some seasoning. And we'll go in with just about a teaspoon, if I can get it, a teaspoon of thyme. Doesn't want to come out. A teaspoon of thyme. Half a teaspoon of rosemary. And we'll go a teaspoon of parsley. In with some salt and pepper. The only salt and pepper we had was in the seasoned flour. That was the pepper. Now in with the salt. And the salt is a much better grinder, I will just say. Right, and we'll just stir. So that's everything that we're putting in there in. And now we're going to set to pressure cook. So we close our lid down. We make sure that our vent is sealed. We are going to switch on. Slide across to pressure cooker. We want it on high and we want it for about 25 minutes. Okay, and we want a natural release. Always, when doing a casserole, a natural release is better. It means the meat has time to relax. Otherwise, if you do a quick release, your meat just sort of like tenses up like that. So you can end up with chewy meat. So high, 25 minutes, natural release, vent is sealed, press start. And that's it. Now, obviously, you could have cooked this in an oven and it would take a couple of hours. You could cook it in a slow cooker and it will take 4 to 6 hours. 25 minutes, that will do for me. We'll be back soon. Our beef stew has finished cooking in Ninja 15-in-1, and after about 13 minutes it beeped to tell me that it was ready to be opened. So let's take a little look. Just slide across to remove any remaining pressure that's in there. Not a lot. And then once that's out, I will be able to open our pressure cooker. So ready, steady, open. And carefully lift. Oh my goodness. Right. And there we have our beef stew. Now, 25 minutes it had actually cooking, didn't it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out a bit of everything and put it on a saucer. Well, I fibbed because I haven't got a bit of everything because I don't like mushrooms, but I have some carrot. Look at that. Fork tender, but not falling apart. I have some onion. And let's have a look at this meat. Look. 25 minutes, people. 25 minutes. And it could have been cooked for hours because it is so tender. The only issue is it's blooming hot. Okay. Let's taste some of the actual gravy. Oh, that's nice. But what I will do, I know what I want. I want a piece of bread and just to soak up that gravy. That would be so good. What I am going to do is I'm going to go in with a good splash of Worcestershire sauce now. Right. I mean, oh, that looks so nice. Now, I did say I was going to air fry the dumplings, and I think I might. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this onto slow cook and pop the dumplings in. Well, I'll pop the dumplings in, then pop it onto slow cook. So my dumpling recipe, you can find it on cooking on the page In the Kitchen with Pen. You don't want firm, hard dumplings. You want them loose. You want them quite sticky. And these ones I have added some parsley to. So we've got 3 fairly big ones and 2 more normal size. Just washing off my hands. And then we'll take you down and show you what we do. Our dumplings are in the pot on top of our stew. I'm going to put on a clear lid, switch the get the word right in a minute, the Ninja 15-in-1 back on, and we're going to go to slow cook. And as I've said to you before, it resorts to 6 hours, but we don't need 6 hours for a few dumplings. So we're going to bring it right down. Well, 4 hours is the minimum, but I'm going to check these after 45 minutes. And let's come back when they're cooked. I've just switched the Ninja over to air fry for 5 minutes to crisp up the top of the dumplings, and then we'll be ready to serve. 40 odd seconds left, so let's take a sneaky peek. I so wish you could smell this. It smells amazing. That's it, we are done. So let's open the lid. Oh my goodness, just look at that. How good does that look? Let's get dished up. Well, there you have 2 bowls of steaming beef stew, beef casserole, call it what you will, topped with herby dumplings, cooked in the Ninja 15-in-1. Remember, the casserole, the stew, was cooked in 25 minutes. I slow cooked the dumplings and then air fried them because that's how we like it. If you like a softer dumpling, then put them in with your stew. They're fine. But as always, we need to have the taste. So I shall be taking Steve through and we'll be back to see exactly how good, how bad or otherwise it is. Right, it's ready to taste. It's blooming hot. But I just want you to just see how luscious that looks. If you like, you can thicken your gravy with a cornflour and water paste or a few gravy granules. I took out the dumplings and I added a cornflour and water paste just to thicken it up. So, shall we taste? Right, I mean, oh wow. Right, the beef. There you go. Hopefully you can see that. That's really nice. You know, sometimes if you cook beef pieces and you cook them for too long, they go stringy. No, that's not happened. Right, now let's try some of this dumpling. So we've got a crispy top and an ooey gooey middle, but perfectly cooked. She says it will be. Right, now some of the veg, and you know I'm not a huge fan of cooked swede in a casserole, but for you I'll do it. That is really nice. That's a sticks to your ribs dinner, most definitely. So, if you've liked this video, give us a thumbs up. Any comments, write them down below. I am happy to reply. But for now, thank you for watching this episode of In the Kitchen with Pen and her beef stew cooked in the Ninja 15-in-1 under pressure. Not me, the 15-in-1. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again very soon. I'm going to have to put it down because it's burning. Bye bye. Thank you for watching this edition of In the Kitchen with Pen and sometimes
Steve.
If you'd like to see more of our cooking and review videos, then click here.
But if you'd really like to help the channel grow and subscribe, please click here.
Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.
Oh yes. Keep cooking. Right, send that to me.